set to bring you exciting NBA action with our analyst, Brent. And Grant, we've got two teams here that don't need to rely solely on their starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
Here are the five for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Outside for Moran. 4 seconds left. Oh!
Get up to throw down. Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Paul against Moran. Crowder outside. Pass to Booker. Paul, a screen on Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Bridges passes to Booker. No good on the three.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
And it's Brooks missing.
And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Paul with the bucket.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Moran against Paul. Payne, the pass to Moran, and stolen by Booker. It's a one-on-one situation. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
How much fun is it to watch this guy when he's on one like this? Loves to attack the rim.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Pass to Brooks. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First free throw is good. And Brooks drops them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Paul passes to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, Ayton out there playing poker with the flush.
Moran against Paul. Morant, the pass to Adams. Booker against Payne. Back to Adams. Shoots over Ayton. And there's Adams. That one's good. On the assist from Payne.
Well, tough to stick with Steven Adams on that play. Great at diving into the open space after the massive screen.
Takes a step back. Pass to Booker. Ayton with a screen. Here's Paul. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Paul's got 6.
Booker's all-around game is really coming together. Nice play there.
Outside Moran. No good from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
They grab their own miss. Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Defense unable to stop DeAndre Ayton that time, getting inside and using his frame.
Jackson, the screen. Morant, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Out to the right wing. Back to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Outside Booker. There's the triple. He buries it from 3.
This is what you like to see from Booker, just firing with confidence right off the catch.
Moran against Paul. Crowder grabs the miss.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Jackson down low, covered by Crowder. Jackson can't get it to go.
Now, there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Outside Booker. Over Bain. Kept alive.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be back in a moment. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slot.
Well, what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? And when you think about guys down the stretch who you'd have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Crowder a screen on Bain. For 3, Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. A challenging stretch here for Memphis. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Bridges against Brooks. Pass to Morant. Driving in. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Paul against Morant. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Stolen by Bain. From deep. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jay Crowder. That's his first foul of the game.
First team.
Outside Morant. 5 on the clock. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Outstanding move in the lane. Just enjoy that one at home, folks.
No doubt, with some huge elevation on the finish. The crossover, and laid in by Paul. Paul's got 12 points. You know, Grant, sometimes with certain flagrant fouls, you'll hear people say it was a dirty play, but not a dirty player. But when does it become both?
Well, we all understand, B.A., dirty plays aren't good for the game, but sometimes a flagrant foul will happen. A lot of times, though, you have to factor in a pattern of behavior. I really believe players who have a history of being called for a lot of flagrant fouls plays a big role in how it's perceived.
Booker against Bain. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Outside for Booker. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one.
I mean, as good a passer as we've ever seen in the NBA, Chris Paul setting up a great look that time.
Outside Bain. 3-pointer. That one is off. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They led by as many as 18.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Jackson against Booker. Stolen by Booker. Now here's Ayton. Defense right on him. The kick out to Paul. Crowder, the pass to Paul. Off target from 3-point range.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Bridges outside. It's Booker on the wing. Ayton, the screen on Bain. The Suns need to get off a shot. And here's Crowder from the arc.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
We've got 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Morant, the pass to Bain. Takes a 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. Bain's got 7 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
And so it's Phoenix with a 9-point cushion. Happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Chris Paul having a dominant impact in this game.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Clark with the screen. And he's going for the lob. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Outside Johnson. Pass to Lee. The kick out to Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. Knocks down the triple. Johnson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
After taking Cam Johnson 10th in the 2019 draft, the Timberwolves promptly sent him and Saric to the Suns in exchange for Jarrett Culver.
In transition, here come the Suns.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
There's a screen. Pass to Conchar. There's the drive. The Suns clear it. Well, remember, the Suns received heavy criticism for acquiring Johnson in that draft day trade.
Yeah, B.A., I don't know that it was about the players so much as how old Cam Johnson was, and Phoenix maybe trying to explore an upside guy with that high of a pick. Well, feels like the GM knew what he was doing. Cam Johnson's been a huge addition to this team, and his shooting has been remarkable.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
To the right side, and here's Saric for 3. And the Suns get another three.
Good for Šarić and his confidence to rise up and fire from three.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Konchar. Oh, he misses the dunk. And it's Phoenix's ball. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Outside Johnson. Here's the pick. The three is up. Hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 6 points.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Here's Aldama. Oh, powered down with both hands.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Kick it out, kick it out.
Pass to Lee. Here's Landale. There's the screen by Johnson. It's stolen by Šarić. Three-pointer. Another three for Phoenix.
Catch and shoot opportunity for Dario, and he doesn't waste it.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. That one drops for him. Clark's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Shamet, defended by Jones. Pass to Landale. To the paint. 5 to shoot. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Clark, and he drives in, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Clark, and the Suns going with a whole new group out there. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Paul, 12 points for him. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. So Memphis ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's Memphis with it, trailing by 19. Outside Bain. The Suns clear it. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Bridges. Outside Paul. Pass to Crowder. Back to Paul. Shoots over Morant. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the floor for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Phoenix.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
Paul against Morant. Pass to Bridges. The rebound by Jackson.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Down low. Crowder with a steal. In transition, here come the Suns. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Now you can see Ayton does a good job of just picking a line and running the court that time.
Morant against Paul. Pass to Bain. To the paint. Here's Adams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. First one falls for him.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Paul. Right side, Booker. On the wing, Crowder lets the three fly. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
Important for this offense to have a perimeter threat that's being provided for them right now by Jay Crowder.
The three from Bain. And Aiden pulls it down. Phoenix has gone 7 of 11 from outside the arc. Nice percentage from distance so far. Crowder outside. Back to Paul. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly from 18. No good. A bit long that time. Memphis shooting just under 40% from the field. Bain against Booker. Morant, the pass to Bain. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Here's Booker. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
This will help Devin Booker. His shot selection, terrific at cashing in from that spot on the floor.
Bain with a screen on Paul. Morant, the pass to Bain. For 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Aiden's got a rebound number 8 here already in the game. And here's Paul. Bridges outside. Aiden with it. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
The big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
Morant with the slam!
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Pass to Bridges. Over Brooks. And it's Phoenix with another.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Suns.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Devin Booker.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
And the first one at the line is good.
Still providing incredible production and great leadership. Chris Paul sets the standard for his team.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Outside Morant. Soft touch off the glass.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Outside Booker. Ayton, a screen on Bain. For 3, Booker. The rebound by Jackson. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The 3 from Bain. Buries it from 3.
Their guards have carried the offensive load. With the way they've performed, they've got the green light to shoot whenever there's an opening.
Paul against Morant. Now Paul. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting.
It's a battle of the bigs. Two fantastic centers, Clark, in this matchup tonight. Some throwback basketball.
Well, you know, there was a time, Kevin, when centers dominated the league. And as you said, tonight we're going to throw it back to those days.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up it forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center position. Now, here's Bridges. That shot wide open.
That's a good decision right there to get Paul the ball. He made it look easy on that catch and shoot.
Paul against Russell. Nifty move. Gobert finds Russell. Prince wide open. No good from outside. And Bridges with a clear path to the basket. Finished off the break.
And there you see the basketball IQ Bridges has. Natural court sense. He knows exactly where to be.
Here's Edwards.
Big time. Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Now here's Paul. Bridges outside. Kicks it out to Paul. Over Russell. And Paul with the basket on the assist by Bridges. Paul's got 5 points so far.
Paul really makes the most of the mid-range area. He's very comfortable shooting in there.
Here's Edwards. And there's the pass to Gobert. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Minnesota with it. Bridges against Prince. Clock at 6. Can't hit from the elbow. The Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they haven't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
And that one's good, Ayton.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
So looking it over. The kick out to Towns. Inside, it's tipped. Paul left side. Offensive rebound. Here's Ayton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Ayton's got his second bucket.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Crowder. Towns, the pass to Edwards. Back to Towns. Shoots a fader. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And there's a minute 45 left in the first quarter of the game. Here is Edwards. Looking to end the run. And Edwards with the stop.
Boy, how about the strength of Edwards? Confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Suns. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, Monty Williams gave me a few minutes to catch up. There's no question this team can shoot the ball. That's the philosophy he's instilled here. The long-range shooters they've got, he wants them to move the ball from one side of the floor to the other. And then take that first open look that's available. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You know, hard to create spacing without the threes. Here is Edwards. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Crowder goes in. Paul kicks to Booker. A shot off that time, and Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Edwards. Here's Towns. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a lack of effort from Towns on the glass. He is a glass eater and keeps possessions alive for his team.
Now here's Paul. He has 7. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. Towns for 3. No good that time. For 3, Booker, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Phoenix Suns ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Russell kicks to Edwards.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown.
Exercising his authority.
Here's Paul. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves trail by 9. Edwards drives in. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Gobert down low. Ayton's there. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man get up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Here's Paul. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Towns.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Edwards. Pass to Gobert. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. Clark, when the casual fan looks at a stat sheet, turnovers sometimes go overlooked. They don't really grab your attention. But as a player, how conscious of turnovers were you?
Extremely conscious of it, Kevin, because you know possessions are valuable and you don't want to be limiting your team in possessions. And you don't want your teammates to be sloppy. You don't want to be sloppy. And most of the time you want to try to force your opponents into turnovers, not make them yourself. Boy, the former second overall pick has really worked on his passing. That was an outstanding find by Russell.
Paul against Russell. Kicks it out to Booker. Feeds it to Crowder. Phoenix, no good that time either.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the wide open shot from Paul drills the three-pointer. Paul's got 12 in the game.
Chris Paul showing everybody he can still take over a game offensively, not just by assisting, but he can score it too.
Russell from long range. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Paul. 12 points for him. Bridges passes to Paul. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves trail by 5. Right side Towns. Out to Russell. Puts up a 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
Now here's Booker. Takes the three. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 5 points in the game.
You know, not every player can make that kind of a pass. I mean, Paul makes it look easy, but it takes really tremendous vision and timing to execute that.
Here's Russell. 6 points for him. Jumps up. And the dunk by Booker.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick two at the other end.
Oh, here's Edwards. They trail by 7. Outside, Towns. For the three. They get it back.
You know, it's not often that we see Prince hit the offensive glass, but that time he read the ball well.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Suns. They've led by as many as 11 points. 29 seconds left now here in the second. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting. Russell against Paul, and Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul, and it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Phoenix making some changes. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. McLaughlin, the pass to Anderson. It's good.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Shamet with it. Lets it fly from 18. That shot, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Suns ahead. They lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just in. Halfway through this one, plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Johnson and Saric are the 3 and the 4. Lee out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Landale in at center. Here's McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to McDaniel. 4 on the clock. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D by Lee. Johnson surveying the floor. From the arc. Buries it from three-point range.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
It's tipped. Lee outside. Here's Shamet. Here's Saric. That one falls. And the Suns lead by 10.
Saric is a high-energy guy and does a nice job positioning to get that offensive rebound.
McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. And the layup is good.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Now, here's Shamet. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Out to Saric for 3. They get the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. The three-pointer, no good. Suns leading by 10. Johnson kicks to Sharich. Pass to Lee. Back to Sharich. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from the top of the key. Again, the miss by Sharich. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Out to Lee. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Lee's got the lead up to 12 now for the Suns. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Noel, covered by Lee. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Stolen by Anderson. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's McDaniels. Takes a three. A nice shot by Anderson. Anderson's got it back down to single digits for the Timberwolves.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
From deep, Johnson. Here's Landale. Goes to the reverse layup and traps it in. Landale's got his first points in this one.
Beautiful reverse, using his body to shield the finish. Nicely done.
Here's Noel. Passes to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. From deep. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Here is Paul. 14 points for him. Out to the right wing. Ayton finds Bridges. Paul with the ball. 6 to shoot. Fires from the line. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Paul's got a really nice touch from the interior, and you know, he likes to get in there and mix it up with the big guys any chance he gets.
And finished off by Edwards.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
Here's Booker after the basket by Minnesota. From outside the arc, Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Prince up top. There's the lob to Towns. And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3-slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And Paul continues to trick so many players with the pump fake. I mean, once he gets you in the air, you're cooked.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Now, Booker. On the wing, Bridges. Over Prince. And that one goes long. Timberwolves trail by 12. Outside, Edwards. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Suns leading by 10. And here is Paul. Kicks it out to Booker. Back to Paul. Launches it. Booker trying to free himself up. Paul's shot is off. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Timberwolves. They've only given up 1 point in the fourth quarter. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. The drive by Booker. Bridges, no one around him. Misses the three. Edwards inside, defended by Paul. Tipped away, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
You know, Edwards is still tweaking his three-point shot, but it sure looked good there.
Paul surveying the floor. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
And no let up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Here's Edwards. Misses off the left iron.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Ayton dishes to Booker. Kicks it out to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Paul. Suns leading by 11. The kick out to Crowder. Shot, high post. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
Boy, you love to see Edwards shine on offense like this. I know it's got to be making his coach happy, too.
Paul outside. The kick out to Crowder. Lets it go with a 3. And that one is off. Edwards inside. He's against Crowder.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And, fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
Here's Booker. Lock at 6. Dishes to Ayton. Kicks it out to Booker. Fires from deep. Drains the three-pointer. And the Suns lead by 10.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
And Phoenix can just let the clock run down here. Paul with the ball. There's the dish to Booker. From deep three-point range. Can't hit that one.
And that was a little bit of a range check.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
And preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Here are the 5 for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Yes! And it's Paul with the assist that time. Well, Grant, we've got 2 savvy veteran teams on the court. So you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Paul with it. Over to the left wing. Ayton passes to Paul. Outside for Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another 3 for Phoenix.
As a distributor, Paul is just a machine. He's constantly creating for his guys.
George outside. Shot from the top of the key. No good there. And Phoenix will come the other way. And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals, but without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
On offense, CP3 has the green light from anywhere. Even the mid-range is in his comfort zone.
It's George on the drive. Here's Zubats. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Outside Paul. Pass to Ayton. Crowder outside. Fires for 3. On target from range.
And this has been Crowder's role for a while now. Often shoots more 3-pointers than 2-pointers.
Got a piece of it. Now Wall. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
To end the run. Another shot. Here's Zubats. Kicks it to George. The 3. The rebound by Bridges. For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Crowder with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. 3-pointer, Bridges. And the Suns get another 3.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
The offensive rebound. Zubats' shot is off. Phoenix has gone 4 for 4 so far from 3-point land. Impressive. For 3, Booker. Paul George pulls it in. Pass to Ayton. Crowder outside. Up top, Paul. Bridges outside. Clock at 6. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
And here are the Clippers now, down by 12. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Smitty.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
And Booker, here we go. Paul George pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Ball for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. 51 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. The kick out to Paul. On the wing, Crowder. The 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
And the jam by George.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Now here's Paul. Outside for Booker. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. No good that time. George outside. Three-pointer, no good. And so it's the Phoenix Suns closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Paul. Crowder right side. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. The Clippers trail. George outside. Going inside. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Ball against Wall. Over to the wing. The 3 from Ayton. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
And it didn't take long for Phoenix to match the offer sheet Ayton signed with the Indiana Pacers. Now, there was talk they might let Ayton walk after that fallout during their playoff exit. But Phoenix knew they needed to keep Ayton to remain a contender.
The kick out to Paul. It's Bridges on the wing. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Bridges has got 9.
Kick to the outside, heads up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
And here's George. 9 points in the game. Pass to Wall. Back to George. Shoots over Booker. And the big finish by Wall.
Getting up and finishing with muscle. Love seeing Wall attack the basket with ferocity.
Wall against Paul. It's Booker on the wing. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Here's Paul. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
And at this stage in Chris Paul's career, he relies on experience as much as athleticism in transition.
Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam. Here's Paul. Pass to Bridges. Outside Booker. Shot clock at 6. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star. And then last year, he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
An active shooter. Booker is clever at finding ways to attract fouls on the way up.
At the line for the Suns.
Both free throws good from Booker. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or two on your team to be successful. And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
Now here's George. He's got 11. The jumper from the wing off target.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Zubac passes to Morris. Leonard outside. The three is up. Counted from distance. Leonard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Love the focus Leonard has at the arc. He won't take shots he doesn't like.
Ball against Wall. Now here's Booker. He's guarded closely. And here's Crowder from the arc. Offensive rebound. Ayton. Second chance shot. And at last, they get one to fall. Ayton's got 5 now.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
17-foot shot on the way. George's shot is off. It's Booker on the wing. Gets the three to fall. 13 points in the game.
A legit sniper from downtown. Booker rises up with such ease.
Devin Booker, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Phoenix Suns, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter, 3 for the game. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, he's showing off how skilled he is at attacking the defense and converting at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
Jackson and Powell make up the backcourt. Amir Coffey out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Shamet into the lane. Pass to Landale. Right wing. Here's Šarić. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Assisted by
Here's Jackson. Here's Covington. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Back to Jackson. Here's Coffey. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Gets the 3 ball to go.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammate. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open. In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Šarić a screen. From deep, Johnson. The rebound by Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. From deep 3-point range, Coffey can't get it to go. And Smitty with the Clippers, it shows how important depth is to an NBA offense.
Yeah, you know this. It's great to have a powerful first unit. But if your second unit can't carry its weight, it's a fragile situation.
And the dunk by Jackson.
The flat-out speed of Reggie Jackson. No struggles getting to the rim and then doing something about it when he gets there.
Here's Shamet. Pass to Lee. Out to the right wing. From deep, Johnson. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Clippers have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And it's Batum penetrating. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Running with a full head of steam, Nicholas Batum not making it easy for the defenders.
Here's Shamet, defended by Jackson. Outside Johnson. Pass to Šarić. Fires from deep. It's not going to go for him. And Los Angeles the other way now. And grant a career resurgence for Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, B.A. After dealing with injuries, even at one point considering walking away from the game, he's found renewed success, and he's shown he's got plenty left in the tank.
Powell outside. From the high post. Back to Coffey. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Covington. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. The lead now cut to single digits. Batum's gotten his second bucket.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
And it has them in a great spot to take the lead. They love to get a few stops now at the other end.
Here's Johnson, and he banks in the layup. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
They're not rolling like they were earlier. The bucket's a little harder to come by.
And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. Some changes for Phoenix. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Back to Zubac. Outside Wall. Morris, a screen on Paul. Shot clock at 5. Wall finds Leonard. Morris outside. Up and over Crowder. Hauled in by Paul. And the Suns shooting a low 29% since halftime. Booker for 3. Pure from three-point range. Booker's got 16 points now.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Booker against George. Pass to Zubac. Tries again, fades back, fades away. And the play by George as he finishes it off for 2. He's got 13.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
Outside Booker. Up top, Aiden. Can't cash it in from the high post.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. The Suns on top. They lead by 11. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Phoenix, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. Paul against Wall. Outside Booker. Fires the 3. That shot off the mark. The Clippers go the other way with it. George for 3. And Booker pulls it down. The Suns leading. Here's Paul. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. And so here's Phoenix. They led by as many as 18. Booker, the pass to Bridges. And there's the drive. And he can't jam it through. The Clippers shooting around 41%. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Paul against Wall. Bridges outside. Outside Paul. Over Wall. And that one's good. Paul. And the Suns lead by 9.
Have to admire Paul's concentration. He takes pride in finishing on aggressive coverage.
George outside. Pass to Morris. Shoots it from the corner. That shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. Left side, Booker. On the wing, Crowder. Guarded by Morris. Outside, Paul. 4 on the clock. No one covering. And now an 11-point Phoenix lead.
It's not enough to be in attack mode. You have to know how to attack. Chris Paul finding the soft spot in that defense.
Booker against George. Pass to Zubats. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Zubats has got his first basket.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Now here's Booker from the arc. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
And this is what they depend on Booker to do. Such a versatile, confident scorer.
George against Booker. Leonard outside. Money on the 19-footer.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Wall against Paul. Pass to Booker. Ayton, a screen on George. For 3, Booker. And they get it back. Here's the 3. And he's 6 for 12 after that one.
It's tough to contain Booker on the catch and shoot because of his smooth, quick release. Impressive.
Stolen by Booker. 1:24 left in the fourth. Clock at 6. From deep. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Clippers.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Suns.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Devin Booker.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Paul against Wall. Outside Paul. It's Booker on the wing. Booker missing again. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. George finds Wall. Lets it fly. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Phoenix with the ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. Outside Paul. He takes it in. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
And here were the Memphis Grizzlies, focused on the task at hand as they came into the arena earlier on. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Now a look at Memphis's starting group. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. Fires from 18. And Crowder with the basket on the assist by Paul. All eyes, Richard, on the guard matchup in this one with 2 incredible talents going head-to-head.
And we've been really spoiled with all of these guards that we get to watch. The league today has as much talent at the 1 and 2 as it ever has.
Bane, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Oh, Ayton in position. It's stolen by Adams. Bane with it, now guarded by Booker. Down low, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Paul against Morant. Here's Crowder, and Crowder brings it in.
Oh, there is nothing more fun than putting a big guy on a poster. That is the definition of an aggressive play.
Morant kicks to Bane. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Amazing that Bane fell to the last pick in the first round in 2020. You look at his size, the strength, the range on his jump shot. When shooting's a premium, he should have been drafted earlier.
That free throw, no good.
You also love that Bane absolutely puts in the work.
Oh, high effort guy, high IQ, knows exactly where to be on both ends. What a bright future.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Monty Williams. Hey, look, he knows they've got great shooters who can score from anywhere in distance. He thinks his team can go toe-to-toe with anybody in the league there. And he won't be pulling back the reins even if they start missing a few. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Always want to get those threes falling consistently.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And stolen by Ayton. Here's Paul. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The defense looking lazy there. You can't allow Paul to get inside like this. That's just asking for trouble.
Brooks finds Morant. Driving the lane and finished off by Morant.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And here's Booker from the arc. And the Suns get it back. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Jackson passes to Brooks. Jackson setting the pick here for Brooks. And the basket by Jackson.
A big target with good hands. Jackson doing damage in the pick and roll.
We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
Now Bridges following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
See, it's the accuracy of Paul's shooting that makes the mid-range look easy. He can take that shot all night.
Morant kicks to Bane. Outside for Jackson. The offensive rebound. Adams. They shoot again. Morant outside. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Morant's got 5.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Outside Crowder. Bridges outside. Ayton a screen on Bane. Booker with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target.
What focus from Booker. He was dead set on hitting that three-point answer.
Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Here's Paul. That one wide left.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I'd go back to him in that area on the floor.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. To the inside, and the dunk by Booker.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Morant right side. From past the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Morant's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Grizzlies. Booker with a deep three. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark as we wrap up the first. And we'll... And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
So on the floor for Memphis. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the center position. Here's Adams. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
Here's Paul, and he makes good on the layup. Paul's got 6.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
You know, Richard, we don't talk about it much, but Chris Paul's free throw shooting has always been rock solid.
Yeah, we're not going to see teams use a hack-a-Paul strategy, that's for sure. He's been 90% or over multiple times in his career.
Morant against Paul. Banked in off the glass. Paul's got 4 points this quarter.
Laser focus by CP3. Look, he takes the contact and still delivers the mail.
Morant with it. Bridges covering. Bain, no good. Sun shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. They get it back. Here's Booker. Another shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Morant.
What a tricky play by Booker, using the pump fake to draw the defender and win the foul.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today.
And then Morant slams it in.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Paul against Morant. Paul kicks to Bridges. Back to Paul. Pass to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Steven Adams picks one up.
Because the smart will take from the strong.
Booker the bounce pass. Bridges finds Booker. Ayton a screen. Phoenix no good that time either. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Morant with it, now guarded by Booker, and finished off by Morant.
Still a little bit of a streak shooter. Morant has been deadly accurate tonight. Man.
Paul against Morant. On the wing, Bridges. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Adams kicks to Bain. Driving in. Here's Brooks. Back to Bain. Feeds it to Morant. To the middle. The kick out to Adams. Memphis moving it around. Jackson misses. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Well, great with this Memphis Grizzlies team. You like how young and how hungry they are. It's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. One word you always hear the Grizzly players mention is chemistry.
Yeah, you can't fake chemistry, and it's true. When you ask these guys what makes their team special, they point out what a tight-knit group they are. Some people might not think chemistry is a big deal, but it is huge when it comes to this league.
And one thing is, if you look on paper, it could feel like there's chemistry. But as you know, sometimes it doesn't translate to the real world.
No, it does not translate. And then after that, if you don't have chemistry, you better have professionals.
Morant passes to Bain. And he goes in for the dunk.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Morant kicks to Bain for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And Bridges able to finish. Bridges has got 5 now.
7'1" wingspan. Bridges plucking the rebound and then generating points for the team.
Here's Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's the way you play defense. Anticipated the hop step, beat him to the spot, and able to get the call.
Now Shamet. Charge just screen on Jones. Got it up. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Suns lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is... Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about he has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. Johnson and Saric are the 3 and the 4. Lee out there with Landry Shamet. And it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint. Shamet with it. Pass to Johnson. And Saric kicks to Shamet. Over Jones. And it's Shamet missing.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Jones the pass to Tillman. Outside, Green. Out left to the wing. Inside, got a piece of it. Lee with the steal. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Saric. And the Suns lead by 4. The Grizzlies shooting impressively throughout at 62%. Jones the pass to Concho. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time. Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pass to Concho. Sharch grabs the board. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They've been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Conchar, the pass to Aldama. Count it, good. Aldama's got 5 points in the quarter.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Now, here's Shamet, defended by Jones. The pass to Landale. Sharch outside. Johnson outside. There's the 3. And no good that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. For the lead, he hangs. Conchar, the pass to Tillman. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Passes it to Tillman. Sharch outside. And slam dunk by Sharch.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
So timeout call here. The first for Memphis. And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. And talking about Dario Saric, a role player, Richard, who does whatever is asked of him.
Yeah, those are the players that you need. You want a guy that doesn't care if he's starting or coming off the bench. This is a guy that just wants to win. And his selfless attitude helps serve as a catalyst for this team.
And Paul gets it to go in. Memphis trailing here. Bain looking around. He dishes it to Adams. Some solid defense from Ayton. Morant against Paul. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Paul's got 12 in the game.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
And a wide open look for Bain. Good. And the nice assist from Morant.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Booker with the screen for Paul. Here he goes. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Even in the later stages of his career, Paul's handles remain incredible. He's got that thing on a string. What a move.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Morant outside. Outside, Bain. Back to Morant. Lays it up off the glass. Morant's got 23.
Working through the lane, Morant, he's got such a great change of speed to keep the defense off.
Takes it out to Booker. Now, here's Bridges. 5 points in the game. Over in the corner, Paul. Back to Bridges. With 1 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Suns, ladies and gentlemen, and a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at point. And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And the Suns call time. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. With this game still up for grabs, he told his team, hey, we're in position to take this one, guys. Let's stay focused and stay together, and we'll get it done. We'll see how it plays out, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Ayton finds Booker. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Suns lead by 3.
Just bouncing off of contact. Booker putting in work in that weight room.
Bain against Booker. Adams with the screen on Booker. Bain passes to Adams. 5 on the clock. Here's Morant. And Morant throws it down.
Showing off that vert. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
Here's Paul. And Adams sends it back. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. Here's Booker. Bridges outside. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
No hesitation from Bridges. He gets the ball and is primed to take that shot.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Outside for Jackson. Outside, Bain. Goes back up. It's hauled in by the Suns. Ayton's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Booker outside. To the paint. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
With just such strength on these finishes. When you foul Ayton, you really have to hit him to prevent the basket.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
At the line for your side, DeAndre Ayton, shooting 1. Timeout called for Memphis. The loudest section gets t-shirts, so get loud. All right, fans, let me hear you get loud for your son's breaker dance crew. All right, fans, I need you to give it up for your son's break dance crew.
Free throw no good for Ayton.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. Has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Ball against Brooks. Here's Booker. And he gets the whistle, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
At the line for Phoenix, Devin Booker. 2 shots.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's
The previous play is under
no time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
When Devin Booker steps on the court, you almost expect 30 or 40-point nights. Booker is that talented. For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
Morant with a wide open look, and the three ball is good. Morant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Give this man the ball, and he will make something happen. Morant rises to the occasion, man.
Ball looking over the floor. The kick out to Crowder. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists in the game. Morant outside. At the elbow, it's Jackson. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Nice play by Jackson Jr., just taking what the defense gives you.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Ball outside. He kicks to Booker. Shot clock at 5. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Outside, Bain. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Bridges against Morant. Ball outside. Shoots over Adams, and it's Paul missing.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
The 3 from Morant. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Ball against Morant. Kicks it out to Booker. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dishes to Bridges. Here's Ayton. And he converts the layup. And the Suns lead by 8.
And padding that field goal percentage, just hard to stop Ayton when he gets the ball that deep.
Here's Morant. And the dunk by Jackson.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
So the Suns win it, probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah.
An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier today. Playing in front of your home fans always puts a bounce in your step. And it's the Suns to start out. Paul with it. And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. And these two teams really get it done on the offensive end. Grant, how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
To the inside, to the wing, right side. Here's Prince. Here he goes. 6 to shoot. Edwards. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Paul against Russell. Paul passes to Booker. Inside. Crowder finds Booker. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
Outside Edwards. Pulls it from the top of the key. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Towns. 4-3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Well, you know the Timberwolves are a young squad, Doris. When will it be their time, you think?
I think, B.A., when you have a talent that is the anchor of your organization, which they have in Karl Anthony Towns, Cat is one of the most talented big men, most polished offensive players that we've seen in the NBA. Couple him with Anthony Edwards and Rudy Gobert, and I think you now have to start looking to be a consistent winner. I am anxious to see what this team does this year.
Here's Edwards. Oh, can't convert the two-handed jam. Here's Paul. It's good. Paul's got 6.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
Now here's Edwards. Takes it inside, and it's Devin Booker with a rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Out to Bridges. Outside Paul. Doesn't go that time, so Minnesota will take it the other way. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Yeah, a communication breakdown. Two guys thinking in opposite directions. The pass winds up in the stands.
Now here's Paul. He's got 6. On the wing, Crowder. Pass to Booker. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Russell, the pass to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Listen, Rudy Gobert, despite the 7-foot frame, is mobile and agile, and in the open floor makes it look easy.
Russell against Paul. Minnesota with a rebound. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes play. Here's Edwards. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there. What we know about Anthony Edwards, he had a terrific rookie campaign, but he got better in his second season, both as an individual and as a teammate, guys.
And he gets that one.
There's a level of floor awareness that has always been innate to Chris Paul. What a pretty find.
Pass to Towns. Paul with a steal. And the Suns pushing it up now. Bridges finds Ayton. Now here's Crowder. Out to Bridges. Right side Paul. Crowder with it. Launches it. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
The shot by Russell, no good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. That's good from Paul on the assist from Ayton. Paul's got 8 points.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the ball out of play. The Timberwolves will have it. Outside Russell, and stolen by Paul. It's a one-on-one situation. Lays it up and banks it in. He's got 10.
Boy, it's incredible how many times Chris Paul has led the league in steals. This guy has active hands.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. The Suns on top. They're up by 8. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Suns.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. That's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Paul's gone 6 of 8 from the field. And stolen by Paul. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Well, that's simply a case where Devin Booker outworks the opposition and gets a second chance opportunity. Nicely done.
Edwards against Booker. Oh, throw it
Look
down.
out.
Can you say elevation? B.A., forget about attempting the long-range 3 to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. Out to Bridges. There's the triple. Drains the triple. Bridges has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Outside for Russell. Here's Edwards. He takes it in. And Edwards slams it in.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Outside Paul. 18 feet out. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Paul's got 4. Points now in the quarter.
I love it. His love for the game couldn't be more obvious. It helps him make a positive impact out on the court, and it also keeps the bench fired up.
And Minnesota calls time here. And nowadays, switchable defenders are in demand. But we see smaller guards like Chris Paul, Kyle Lowry, Fred VanVleet. Doris, these are very capable defenders.
They are, B.A. Get out of the way!
Throwing it down.
Clear the way.
Boy, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got the handle, I've got the strength off the dribble drive. Pretty move.
Paul shot is off for Minnesota. They've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Russell from outside. Rebounded by Chris Paul. The Suns have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Outside for Booker. From the arc. He can't get it to go. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Gobert, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. The drive by Paul. Up and in on the layup. Paul's got 16 points.
There's an elusivity to Chris Paul's play. He's got the knack to get into the teeth of the defense and make something happen.
Edwards, a pass to Russell. Outside Edwards. Driving to the basket. And Edwards slams it in.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
Outside Paul. Outside Booker. The kick out to Paul. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here are the Suns now. And here's Booker.
Well, you want to see some more ferocity on the defensive end from D'Angelo Russell. Right there, he proves what a force he can be.
To the middle. Stolen by Ayton. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Commissioner Silver's open to change. He said, quote, "We're not beholden to pure tradition. We care a lot about it, but all the factors I think about when we talk about changing the rules, I'm less concerned about that. We should live in the present, be respectful of those records, but also be willing to adjust when it makes sense." BA?
All right, thanks, Allie.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
And there's the lob. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
Minnesota calls timeout. And for Minnesota, they're shooting 40% from the field in this one. Edwards against Booker. And Edwards slams it in.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
Ayton, the screen on Edwards. Shot from 16. And another basket for Phoenix.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Towns, that's good.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Outside Paul. With 4 on the clock. And Gobert with a block.
Well, let's remember, Rudy Gobert has got a 7'9" wingspan. Sometimes it's just easy picking sending it back.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Chris Paul having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the court for Minnesota. Naz Reid out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then it's Jalen Noel. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. Here's Shamet. Pass to Lee. Shot clock at 6. Shoots. Nails the baby hook.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad. Here's Noel. Outside McDaniels for 3. It's hauled in by Landale. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
It's Shamet on the wing. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to Šarić from behind the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Šarić. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. "90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Shamet. Pass to Lee. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get off a shot from deep. Johnson nails it from 3.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
It's stolen by Johnson. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Shamet. Offline with a 3. Johnson against Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Here's Shamet, guarded by Russell. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 6. The 3 is up. And he can't get that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Here's Landale. It's blocked by Gobert. In transition, here they come. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards has got 18 points in the game.
Taking the contact in the NBA is such a critical skill. Anthony Edwards, the frame and the game.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Shamet, defended by Gobert. Back to Shamet, takes a 3. Phoenix no good that time either. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter.
Well, you think about the resurgence for Karl Anthony Towns in the 21-22 season. Selected to his 3rd All-Star game, he actually won the three-point contest, and consider in the regular season, 50, 40, 80% shooting. Really sound basketball.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Ayton and Gobert with a block. And he's able to get it back. Out to Bridges. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Well, the Timberwolves shooting at a 48% clip from the floor. And for Towns, team success was the biggest change for him in that 2021-22 season.
It was, BA, because when you consider out of his first 7 seasons in the league, it's only the 2nd time his team finished with a winning record. But Towns is looking to make that a regular occurrence from this point forward.
Outside for Booker. From downtown. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the bucket is good. Edwards has got 8 here in this quarter.
Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient of that kind of pass. That was nicely done, Rudy.
Now here's Paul. He's got 18. Ayton, the screen on Edwards. Here's Paul. Here's Ayton. Banked it in off the glass. Ayton's got 6.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Booker against Edwards. Here's Russell. The kick out to Edwards. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's a 3 from Paul. Ooh, he released it in time, but it's off the mark. And here at the end of the third, it's a...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Chris Paul.
I mean, come on. His offensive focus was just second to none in this game. He really found his rhythm early and didn't give the defense a chance at all.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Monty Williams was saying to his team. He told them, quote, play as if it's 0-0. We want that type of energy and focus. We might be winning, but this game is not over yet. It's a clear message, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Pass to Gobert. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Well, the addition of the upper body strength, it's turned Rudy Gobert from role player to all NBA. Go ahead and absorb it, Rudy.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Here's a 3 from Paul. That shot missing. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Edwards, the pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
That's easy money for Karl Anthony Towns. Gets in close range and leaves no doubt.
Outside Paul. 6 to shoot. Pass to Ayton. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time. And the Suns lead by 13.
Well, the big man flashing his touch. DeAndre Ayton makes it look easy.
Here's Russell. Outside Edwards. Gobert passes to Edwards. Russell with the ball. He's guarded by Paul. And the shot goes in. Russell's got his first 2 points.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Booker against Russell. Out to Bridges. Back to Booker. Fires the 3. He drops it from range.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. There's a minute 34 left to play in the fourth quarter. Now Booker. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Phoenix. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Booker against Russell. Beyond the arc. Booker missing again. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. Prince. Off target from outside. So it's Phoenix now. They led the game at one point by 20. Pass to Paul. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bridges outside. Fires it. Crowder outside. There's the three. Prince grabs the miss. And here are the Timberwolves. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. The open shot by Edwards. Ooh, and once again off the mark by Minnesota. Outside Booker. So no problem for Phoenix as they get the win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this.
Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Wall in at the 1.
So good, so experienced, Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. The kick out to Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
The pass to George. Out to Morris. Zubac trying to break loose. Morris with the bucket.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you inside, outside, and in transition. And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years, but it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Tyronn Lue and I had a few minutes to share, and the fans should be happy with this approach. He said, I don't necessarily want this to turn into a free-for-all, but we can and should be able to get to the rim for some dunks and layups. Kevin, that could be entertaining if that's the case.
Thank you, David.
Well, more than capable as a defender, Bridges with a great job using his length.
Ball against Wall. Booker outside. The kick out to Crowder. No good with the triple. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The shot by George, wide open. Off target from outside.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Shoots from 12. Good, he hits the jump shot.
Just smart use right there, Paul George in the mid-range. After missing the playoffs for 10 consecutive seasons, boy, the Suns not only got to the postseason in 21, they made it all the way to the finals. So what a turnaround for that franchise.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. But deep three from George. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
That consistency from Paul George is staggering. Not a guy you can give looks like that to.
It's been quite a turnaround, hasn't it, Brent, for Phoenix? Ever since they acquired Chris Paul in that trade from Oklahoma City, they've been a different team.
Yeah, and I don't think you can really give enough credit to what it is that Chris Paul has brought, along with the combination and relationship that he has with Monty Williams. I mean, that leadership with that young roster and giving those guys belief has elevated the play of everybody who's put on that uniform.
Takes it out to Leonard. A 3-ball. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Suns trail by 5. Paul passes to Booker. Crowder, a screen on George. Here's Booker. The kick out to Crowder. That shot misses. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And here's Leonard from 3. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And just taking pride in being their leader. These passes show Wall wants to make his teammates better.
There's 38 seconds left in the first quarter. Booker's shot is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Leonard. Morris outside. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Crowder finds Bridges. Back to Crowder. Here's Ayton. Shakes him, and Ayton throws it down.
Yeah, if Ayton can get in that kind of position, he can be a bully on the inside.
Now, here is George. Takes the three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the point. You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. You look at his shooting percentages over the past couple seasons, up around 60%. That's good shot selection and great consistency.
Down low. Outside Leonard. In the corner, George with it. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. George has got 9 points.
And you love how Kawhi has developed this part of his game, just able to find teammates and rack up assists.
A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Gets an open look and hits.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now, here's George. He's got 9. Here's Leonard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got his second basket.
And sometimes it just feels like Leonard enjoys converting on the difficult shots. It feels like backbreakers to the opponents.
Paul with the ball. George picks him up, and George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Shot from the inbound. Booker dishes to Ayton. A beautiful reverse layup. Ayton's got it all tied up now for the Suns.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Paul. Another one falls for Phoenix. And with every season, Brent, it seems like the league gets more diverse and international. It certainly keeps the play interesting.
Well, the skill set of the younger players that come into the league is absolutely scintillating. And those different styles, those different techniques, that's the great thing about basketball, is that you can find something within each player that you'd like to steal or borrow, but it's unique to them.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick, and what good work there to get in the way of it.
Second chance shot. Up again, and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. To the inside, Crowder with the steal. Fast break, here come the Suns. And the dunk by Booker.
Provide some D, it'll lead the points. That came at the hands of Jay Crowder.
Booker against George. Driving to the basket. That's tipped.
Tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle. Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy. Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade. He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Ball against Paul. Outside Crowder. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outsized factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have two teams in LA that can be this good.
Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Leonard finds George. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ayton. 6 points for Chris Paul.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
The kick out to Wall. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Phoenix leading by 3. Booker in the corner. 15 seconds left here in the second. Now the dish to Crowder. 6 to shoot. Booker the pass to Ayton. Knocks down the 3 ball. Ayton's got 7 points for the quarter.
DeAndre Ayton happy to shoot at that range. Nice stroke.
Oh, he got it to go.
Patient.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Suns ahead. They're up by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
So with Paul on the bench, here's the group that Monty Williams has on the floor. We've got Lee. Torrey Craig is out there with Cameron Johnson. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Landale in at the 5. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. 3-point lead. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Outside for Jackson. Outside Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Those feel so good. Covington up there for a slam dunk.
Now here's Shamet. He's guarded closely. Johnson down low. Count that bucket.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Halftime talks can go all over the board, but right there coming out, that's the way you want to start the half. Be aggressive.
Jackson has the open look. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Outside Covington. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Phoenix leading by 3.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that that's going to change soon. I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
For Phoenix, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Shamet finds Craig. Here's Landale, defended by Batum.
Great anticipation. He's racked up a few of those blocks in his career, Batum has.
Powell, the pass to Coffey. Basket counts. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Craig kicks to Lee. Back to Craig. Lee passes to Landale. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Powell for the lead. Drives to the hoop, and the layup is up and in. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. He's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. 1:30 left to play here in the third. Ball against Wall. Shoots from 12. And he hits the jump shot. Paul's got 8 points.
Anytime CP3 gets inside the three-point line, or especially inside the top of the key, he's an immediate threat.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ayton the screen. For 3, Booker. The putback. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Morris outside. Pass to George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And then that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA, a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Here's Morris. Feeds to George. Booker pulls it in. Suns trail by 3.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And here's George for 3. It doesn't go for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, the wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast.
The previous play is
everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, here's what Monty Williams went over with his team during the timeout. Not happy with the way this game is going. He said you're getting used out there on the perimeter. Inside the arc, we're doing some good things, but outside, we're a disaster. Tighten it up. Kevin, we'll see if they can close out on those shooters a little more effectively.
All right, David, thanks. Booker against George. Goes up on the high post. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And the Suns call time here. After being selected first overall in the 2018 draft, some teams question if DeAndre Ayton was worthy of that.
Well, it took time for Ayton to find his comfort zone, and all of a sudden became a key piece that nobody's questioning much anymore as an inside rebounder, rim protector, and a guy who can score at a high level when asked to.
And it's George missing. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. The shot by Paul, no good. Leonard, that's for 2. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And it's Ayton missing. The Clippers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. And Wall kicks to Leonard. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Paul. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one made. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
3rd team foul.
Now George. Outside, Wall. And the Clippers miss again. Suns trailing. In the corner, it's Bridges. Zubac's in the post. Defended by Paul. Wall looking for an opening. Back to Zubac. And the rejection by Ayton.
He has the size and can get up quickly. Ayton with the throwback.
Crowder finds Ayton. Bridges inside. Working on Zubac. Phoenix calls timeout. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
A smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. 6 on the shot clock. And Booker kicks to Bridges. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Clippers in the lead. Outside, George. George double teamed. And here is Morris. To end the cold streak. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Devin Booker.
And with the game in the balance, PG is a good bet to deliver.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Here's Paul. He nails it, and we're tied up.
That is why Chris Paul has the ball in his hands. Delivery.
George against Booker. Now, here's George. Not a lot of room. Morris passes to George. Ayton with it. George picks him up. Ayton gets to Booker. The Suns need to get a shot off. Here's Ayton. It counts.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Morris with the screen for George. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. They can more or less wrap it up right here.
This has to be a very smart possession.
And how about that? Ayton stepping up, wanting the pressure.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
All up top, covered by Wall. Call with the bucket. And it's a 6-point Suns lead.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
So the Suns win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but